Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this highlighted, glowy, spring summery, bronzy kind of look. So as you all know, well, if you've watched my videos before, I'm a very oily skinned person and I like a very matte appearance to my skin, but I decided to change it up completely, go a little bit more glowy, a little bit more dewy, and show you how to achieve it if you're an oily skin girl, but you can follow all these steps if you're a dry skin girl as well. So if you want to see how to achieve this look, keep on watching. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on. Okay, so my face is cleansed, toned, moisturised, ready to go. And the primer that I'm using today is the Strobing Primer from Pennies or from Primark. Ignore my broken nail. I'm using this one as my primer because I want a really glowy, dewy, summery, highlighted skin. So I'm going to use this as my primer. And all I'm going to do is just apply it to my fingers like this. And into the skin. And that actually gives a gorgeous, dewy, highlighted, luminous finish that you could actually wear on its own without foundation. It'd be really nice on natural skin, although my skin, it's clearing up. It's still quite blemished, so I will be using a foundation today in this tutorial, but I'm going to be doing it with a twist. So for my foundation today, I'm going to stick to my Ride or Die, my Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. But what I'm going to do, because this is quite a matte foundation and it leaves quite a flat finish to the skin, I'm going to mix it with the Rose Gold Goddess Oil from Cocoa Brown. This stuff is gorgeous. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix it up on a palette. I'm just going to pop a pump of this and a pump of this, and I'm going to mix the two of them together. Now, so what I've done is I've done 1 pump of the foundation. I'm not going to turn it too much in case it runs, and 3 pumps of the Rose Gold Goddess Oil. And I'm just going to use a little fluffy brush and I'm just going to mix that up. So that's that mixed up. And there's still actually loads left of my palette, so I will probably just scrape that into a little empty tub and reuse it at another stage. Okay, so my foundation's done. I'm just going to let it settle in a little bit and dry down a little bit. As we all know, I have really, really oily skin. So I just want to let that dry down a bit and see how much powder I need to apply, because I know it is looking quite dewy at the moment. But that's the trick with foundation, is to just leave it for a few minutes. So while that's drying down, I'm going to apply my concealer. The concealer I'm applying is the Lasting Perfection from the brand Collection in the shade Fair, which I always use on myself. I know it's quite a white one, but I like it. I like it very white under eye, but it does come in darker colours, so if you don't want something as white. So I'm just going to pop that in my upside down triangle. And then I just blend those areas out. So I'm now just going to apply a tiny little bit of that rose gold oil along my collarbones and a little bit of my shoulders. So I've just popped it onto that palette I was using earlier. If you kind of pop your shoulders forward and in, you can see exactly where your bones are, and you just pop it straight on top of those bones. Sorry if this freaks anyone out. And just whatever's left of my brush, I'm just bringing it all around that area. If anybody's wondering, my necklace is a little rose gold moonstone, and it's from a company, an Irish company called Juvie Jewellery, and I actually did the makeup for one of their campaign shoots, and they kindly gifted me this necklace and I love it. That is so gorgeous and glowy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to powder slightly. I'm not going to do too much, but I know my skin does need to be powdered. I'm an oily skin, so I'm just going to use a small amount of this Catrice All Matte powder. This is in the shade 15 Natural Beige. I'm just going to use that brush, actually the same one that I used for the Rose Gold Goddess Oil. I'm just going to press it into my oily areas. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to bronze. I'm going to bronze using MAC Give Me Sun. Now, so my bronzing is done, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my new highlighter palette. This one is from SoSu. I got this in my goodie bag at the Image Awards, and it's got a mirror in it. So I'm very happy. This is a gorgeous one. This is not my first time using it. I did use it over the weekend, and it's really, really, really highly pigmented. I applied quite a bit to my cheekbones because that's how I'd normally apply my highlighter, and it literally was like a mirror. I had to tone it down so much, so way more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, and I'm really impressed with it. So the colour that I'm going to use today, I think I'm going to stick with these kind of shades here because I'm going for kind of a rose gold, coppery, you know, burnt oranges, that kind of a look. So I'm sticking kind of in and around the orangey kind of palette today. So I'm going to go into Peach Smoothie first. I'm just going to apply that one to my cheeks because that's more kind of a blush shade. And then I'm going to use Unicorn Dust, which is this one here. Unicorn Dust, I'm going to layer that over it. A little bit above my brows, on the tip of my nose, and then on the bridge of my nose, my Cupid's bow. And I'm going to use a mixture of Unicorn Dust and Peach Smoothie, and I'm going to go back onto my collarbones and my shoulders. Now, so our base is done, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do brows next. Go into my eyeshadows. I'm using this palette from Fuchsia, the Tribal palette, because I have lovely kind of coppers, reds, burnt oranges. It's kind of colours that I want to use in this look. So the first colour I'm going to use is the colour Barely There, and I'm going to set all over the lid area using that. So just using a fluffy brush. Just to mattify that down. Then I'm going to use the colour Sienna, which is this matte one here, as my transition shade. I'm just going to switch to a smaller, denser brush and just using the exact same colour. I'm going to work that tighter into the crease, just to give the illusion that I've used two different colours. I don't know if you can see the difference between the depth. The next colour I'm going to use is the colour Pennies from Heaven, which is this really nice kind of rose gold copper colour. It's got a nice shimmer. And I'm just going to pop that 1/3 of the way in on the lid. This is a gorgeous colour. You know what, I'm going to bring that colour the whole way across. Look at the pigment in that from one swipe. I'm going to layer the colour Brazilian Bronze just slightly over the centre of the lid, just to give a little bit more of a 3D kind of colour to it. I don't know if you can see the difference now between the two lids. Now I'm just using a small little brush I'm going to go into Shooting Star, which is this one. I'm going to pop that into my inner corners. And just whatever's left of the brush into the brow bone. And I'm going to do a little flick of liner. I don't know whether that's too much. Do you know what? No, I'm not going to do liner. I'm just going to go straight into mascara. So this mascara I bought the other day, oh my god, it is amazing. It's called the Mega Volume Miss Baby Doll. I think I have it upside down. I just needed a new black mascara and it was on offer in Boots, I think. You know, it was one of the featured products, so I just grabbed it and was like, yeah, this will do. Wait till you see the difference now between my lashes. It's one coat. Isn't it amazing? Now, and I'm going to pop on a red lip. So the lipstick that I'm going to use is Lady Danger from MAC, which is this colour. A good tip for getting your lipstick to stay on, even through eating and drinking, is to line the whole lip. So obviously carefully outline the lip and then just colour it in and then pop your lipstick over the top. And that's it. So all in all, I love the Gold Goddess oil. I think it just gives a beautiful appearance to the skin. I think it looks great on camera and looks great in person. It's very comfortable to wear as well. It's a dry oil, so it doesn't actually feel oily on your skin, and it's got a gorgeous smell, so it's perfect. And it comes in different colours as well. So I use the rose gold one. It also comes in an Ice Goddess version, which is kind of a silvery colour, and it also comes in a regular gold version. So you could even mix them if you wanted to. You don't have to use just one. You could mix two different colours. There's so much you can do with them. And the Kardashians use them, so they've got to be good. The SoSu highlighter palette, I am in love with it. I am really pleasantly surprised, and I'm actually delighted that I got it in the goodie bag, because I was kind of like, I have loads of highlighters. I was like, do I really need it? If you're on the fence, sorry, I just bashed my bronzer. If you're on the fence about buying this and you're somebody that likes a really intense highlighter, buy it. It is well worth it. When you break it down, the price is really good, and they are now on sale on Pretty Little Thing. Like, the pigment is unreal. I'm going to go into that Moon Sparkle and just show you on my finger. Like, that is amazing. It's literally one swipe. And then I'll go into Peach Smoothie and I'll show you that. So that's that one. So the top ones are a different formulation to the bottom ones. These are much more intense, in my opinion, than these ones here. I didn't realise how intense Moon Sparkle was going to be until I put too much of it on my face. So a little goes a long way with these, so you probably will have them for ages. And like that, I use them on my inner corner, I used it on my collarbones, I used it on my face, I used it on my eyes. The possibilities are endless with this palette, so really like this one. And another one that I really liked was the Tribal palette. I was actually not 100% sure if I was going to like this. It's been sitting in my Image goodie bag for 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's just one that I've not reached for, and I can't believe how good that pigment was that went onto my lid. It is amazing and very good value. So if you're looking for something summery, bronzy, coppery, buy this one. It's well worth it. And as well, these little eyeshadows pop out. You see the way you can get in here? They are all approved by me. I love them all. So, and they're all Irish brands, which is amazing. So all 3 of these are Irish brands. So I hope that you guys have found this helpful and that you've picked up some tips along the way. And if you were sitting on the fence about any of the products I mentioned, that it's helped you decide whether to buy them or not. So if you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already, and you can press the notifications bell down below if you want to get notified every time I upload a new video. All the products will be listed in the description box down below, and until the next time, I will see you soon. Bye!